Hello, and welcome to my first monthly video of my trip to France. This is the scene in front of our house, including the place across the street. Place looks just like the word place and means the same thing as the Spanish word plaza. Now we'll walk down the street and I'll show you what's next door. This is a shop dedicated to refurbishing old furniture. Unfortunately, I don't think anyone has worked in this shop for several years. Pandemic-related problems. Now, on this memorial in the center of town, in the center of the intersection, are the names of people from LIzant who have died for France. Most of the names have no dates associated with them. I suspect they are World War I, which was a devastating time. At the very bottom of this side, we will see World War II era names. Little difficult to read because of the plants. I do not know if these three people were Free French or resistance, but they died for France. Moving on across the intersection, you see the detour, which is no longer here. We have a sign indicating an RV dump area and camping area for €4 a night, and also an aire de loisir, which means leisure area. Aire meaning air, loisir is leisure. On the right is where the owner of the Salamander Bar lives. I'll show you the front of the Salamander Bar in a minute or two here. On the left here is somebody's backyard. I don't know who it is. I did see a woman hanging clothes here one day, but I was not able to talk to her. Now this sign we're going to look at has as its title, Discovering LIzant. It's a map of the entire commune, which is bigger than the village. Still, there are maybe 400 people in this entire commune. A commune is a municipality. It is believed that LIzant was founded by the Knights Templar because they made a lot of mill towns, and there certainly were a lot of mills here, a lot of buildings using the power of the two rivers which combined to form the third river. We have the Cornac, which we're about to look at, the Cebu, which I've never seen to this date, and they form the Sonnet. We will see that in a later video. This I would not call a river, I'd call it a creek, but in French, all streams that flow are called rivers, and the word is fleuve or rivière. Fleuve just means flow. It's basically the same word they use in Italian. Now we're going to pan out across the park, and you will see the playground equipment down there, which I am too old to play on according to the sign. And before we leave this park, I want to show you a famous French flower in its native habitat. That flower, of course, being the famous dent de lion or dandelion. An excellent flower to have. It adds nutrients to the soil which other plants remove. Tends to grow in poor soil. This is a picnic area. As you see, they do have grills. So you can cook your food there, eat it, have a picnic. And I imagine people do, particularly people from the RVs who park there. We are now going to look at the other side of the sign which we saw on the way in. This one mentions Sevray. It says walks or hikes in the Sevray country. Sevray being a town north of here that's big enough to be influential. We are definitely in the Sevray country. After this, we are back out to the intersection. I just included this basically as a slide because I think it's odd that the cemetery and the leisure area are on the same signpost. Guess one does get plenty of leisure once one is dead, I suppose. Now here is the actual Salamander Bar. In decent weather, which we're now having, they have tables and chairs out there, which I have eaten out there a couple times. I don't like to film people because you need permission. And in France, I'd have to set it up in French. I'd probably mess it up. That's not my first language. Getting better every day, but I'm still terrible at it. Now we are going to cross the river Karnak, magically reappear on the other side of the street walking toward the Boulangerie Patisserie, and that will be the end of the first tape. I will be doing more as soon as I can. I have more video, so please stay tuned for chapter 2.